All right. So now let's talk about how to use ceramides in your routine.
Yes. And I guess the big question is, how do you layer? Does it go well with other actives? Is it a good addition?
Yeah. So we should start off with most ceramides you find are going to be an emulsion, and a lot of times they're already going to be in your moisturizers and creams. So I think it's pretty easy there. I did want to share one really interesting study I found. I know you guys thought we were done with studies, but there's just one more thing I thought was cool. So they actually looked at an MVE ceramide moisturizing cream, and they wanted to use it in conjunction with azelaic acid. So 15% azelaic acid that's used for rosacea patients. And they found that so after applying the treatment, they apply the ceramide moisturizer, and they found that it was significantly less burning and stinging on the side with the ceramide moisturizer. And I thought that was really cool because I think a lot of people don't realize how maybe they just kind of think of ceramides as like, oh, it's just like a skin barrier thing, similar to like all the moisturizing
it's like
stuff
a
you put in.
moisturizer plus.
Exactly. So for those of you that feel like you might deal with any sort of stinging from some of your higher dosed actives, even things like vitamin C sometimes with the lower pH, this might be a great thing to have in your moisturizer.
Yeah, so generally speaking, in your routine, keep it where you keep your moisturizer. So it will probably follow order of cleanse your serums, like your hydrating serums, maybe some treatments like vitamin C. You can go into your more emulsion-based treatments like the azelaic acid or retinoids, and then wrap everything up with the moisturizer.
Totally. So in terms of landscape, Gloria.
Yes. So there are a lot of ceramide products on the market, especially because it's so popular. You can find everything. Generally speaking, there are, I think, two major types of product you'll find. You'll find it in slightly lighter creams that comes with some of these pre-blends, like the Vonic SK Influx or other delivery vehicles like our Mr. Reliable and CeraVe falls into this category. They tend to have a texture that's a little bit more pleasing for a wider range of people. Even if you have oily skin, you may find that these creams are not that heavy. Because they're in these delivery vehicles, their neat ceramide level isn't as high, but it will still deliver those ceramide benefits. So this is perfect for those with normal to dry skin and for people who are just looking into, entering the ceramide realm to help with their active game and whatnot. And then you have your dollar bill ones. These are what we call the heavily tested, the products that kind of spark ratio debates. They are pummeled and full of neat ceramides. And these are your classic SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid and the Epion's cream.
I think these are, hopefully this is a very simple way of figuring out how to shop for ceramides.
Yeah.
There's one type of ceramide product I feel like we're technically skeptical of. It's usually very thin fluids that are not very milky, like kind of clear, and tout that they're ceramide products. I find those we're very skeptical.
Sketchy. Yeah. So, Mr. Reliable and CeraVe are like lighter weight moisturizers, and Epion's and SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid are heavy creams. Usually that's a type of product that can hold a good amount of ceramide.
Yeah.
Balm Voyage is a full-ass balm. We have seen ceramide serums, like Victoria mentioned, that's like, a very light, refreshing gel.
It looks like an essence, like a clear essence.
Yeah, and the texture is like not even very oily.
Yeah.
It's very...
Oh, yes, that's a good takeaway. Yes, ceramides do have a little bit of a film.
Yeah, it's waxy
at the finish. So yeah.
Yeah, so those type of textures were like little skeptical.
Yeah.